A chilling tragedy. A 16-year-old boy seeking emotional support was encouraged by an AI chatbot to take his own life, leading to his devastating death. On World Suicide Prevention Day, News Mobile urgently consults senior doctors on preventing such horrors and the critical actions parents must take to protect their kids from AI's dangerous influence.
See, we have to understand that for children, things are very logical and simple. Many times, younger children are not able to understand complex emotions, and chatbots or AI are easier to ask questions rather than their own parents, teachers, siblings, or friends. So, one thing which attracts children to them is that the ability that this chatbot is going to answer anything, be it as curious, be it as nonsensical, but I'm going to get an answer. And sometimes children just want answers. And many times, what happens is when children try to talk about difficult things, parents or teachers might shut them out. Naturally, now the newer AI tools which are coming, we have a human-like dialogue. I think there's a particular term for them also. So what happens is that they start speaking to children in a human-like voice. So the child is not able to differentiate whether this is an adult or whether this is chatbot. And we have to also understand that we have to go to the child's level to understand a lot of things. Now, for most of the children, being curious and being open to questions is what attracts them to these chatbots. And we have to realize that there are so many things which goes on in the child's head, and especially when children are they're more open or they're more engaged with social media and internet these days, they keep on seeing new information. Also, news comes up, news about suicides, depression, and other mental health conditions are also rising. So it's naturally curious for them to be curious about what is happening and to know more. And many times this knowledge and information, this seeking of knowledge is what leads them to that. So the availability and accessibility of all these online tools has been very simple now. Everybody has a smartphone or a tablet, right? So you just go to your iPad or your phone and just start searching, and then these things will come up. So availability is more, accessibility is more, and the stigma around mental health and mental illness is still pretty high, and people have a difficulty in opening about all these issues to people who live with them. The aim of ChatGPT is to give answer to your question. तो आप जो भी उसे क्वेश्चन पूछोगे उसका जवाब देगा, जैसे भी देगा, and the point is that it will find the best possible answer for you. Now ChatGPT as the tool cannot really identify कि आप ये उससे क्यों पूछ रहे हो, what is the purpose or the nature, and that is what these children are marketing it on, ना कि this we can ask this bot anything. इसको ये थोड़ी ना पता है हम क्या करेंगे इस information के साथ में. So basically, what happens is that if somebody is undergoing all these behavioral changes, they must visit a psychiatrist or any other mental health professional. And warning signs can be given if the child is spending too much time on these bots, asking too many questions. The child seems withdrawn, is not interacting, not going to school, not sleeping well, not eating well, is crying, or there are any self injurious marks or any suspicious behaviors, then the child must be taken to a mental health professional immediately. So the dangers of relying on these tools are कि basically the tool might help you in realizing what kind of problem you have, because आप common symptoms अपने mark कर सकते हो या self diagnose कर सकते हो, पर जो उसका इलाज है, जो उसका ट्रीटमेंट है, वो उतने दिन और आगे बढ़ता जाता है. नाउ आई कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द सिवियरिटी ऑफ योर इलनेस. दैट विल ओनली बी अंडरस्टूड इफ यू एक्चुअली विजिट अ क्लिनिशियन. यू कम एंड विजिट अ साइकियाट्रिस्ट, देन यू गेट टू नो कि आपकी सिवियरिटी कितनी है, आपको माइल्ड एंग्जाइटी है, मॉडरेट एंग्जाइटी है, सिवियर एंग्जाइटी है, या आपको एंग्जाइटी है कि कोई और बीमारी तो नहीं है. सो द डेंजर इज मिसडाइग्नोसिस, रॉन्ग डायग्नोसिस, diagnosing somebody who actually doesn't have anything. ठीक है, सिवियरिटी गड़बड़ बताना, एंड ऑफ कोर्स प्रोलॉन्गिंग द प्रोसेस ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट. नाउ अगर वो बच्चा आपको उस हिसाब से प्रॉब्लम बताएगा जितनी उसको प्रॉब्लम लग रही है, ज़रूरत नहीं है कि वो उतनी प्रॉब्लम हो. एंड ऑल्सो they might ask them to go to different places. Now, if you type in a chatbot and you say, you know what, I'm having palpitations, which is typically a sign of anxiety, that person might tell you that you should go and see a cardiologist and get an echo done. अब 7 साल के बच्चे का हम echo तो नहीं कराएंगे. That makes no sense. So eventually what happens is कि treatment seeking becomes very difficult and very far away. तो severity of illness बढ़ती जाती है. जब severity of illness बढ़ती जाती है, by the time these people actually come in for treatment, it becomes a little late and difficult to manage their symptoms. So, I think parental discretion regarding topics which are becoming problematic is advised. Definitely, self harm is one, substance use should be another one, sexual abuse, substance abuse, these are also things जिस पे parental discretion होना चाहिए. Also, there should be maybe a filter where you can realize ki where things are just out of general curiosity and where they are not. So the type and amount of questions the child is asking, कितना उस पे spend करे, is it something that the child is repeating again and again, हर दूसरे तीसरे दिन आके उसके बारे में बात कर रहा है. So then they should have a feature where they intimate the parents. So that some kind of help and action should be taken. But at the same time, we also have to make the parents understand that अगर आपका child distressed है और वो बता रहा है कि मुझे कोई problem हो रही है, तो instead of shushing them down or making them feel कि अरे ये तो कुछ नहीं है, we all go through all this, and normalizing the procedure, maybe taking the child to help would be a better idea. पेरेंट्स का आई थिंक रोल ये होना चाहिए दैट दे शुड फैसिलिटेट मोर ओपन कम्युनिकेशन विद द चाइल्ड, spend more quality time with them, and have open discussion about difficult topics as well. I think regular check-ins with the child regarding their mental health is a good idea. Maybe the child doesn't open up initially, but a safe space should be created at home that the child can express their needs, wants, desires, and problems. And this has to be in a regular fashion. It cannot be a problem ho rahi hai. So more communication, more quality time, and more gadget-free time. Less of screens and more time together. Having conversations at home and at school both will help. So the bottom line is more communication with the child, creating a safe space for the child, educating the child against the risks, which has to be at a personal level and at a school level, and giving the child that space to express their emotions while not dismissing or belittling them.